first of all, Twitter X is just such a cesspool now, right?
Shit show.
It's a shithole, right? You
Yeah.
can't win no matter what. Everything like less and less time. Elon fucked that shit up, right?
Badly.
He fucked that shit up. But Instagram's still chill, TikTok's still chill, and there's other places, right, that aren't so bad where you can mess with people and have fun. But you just can't do it on Twitter.
This X conversation is important because, as the conversation around like real radical free speech continues to like carry on here, I mean, that's kind of what you have there. And more so, Elon would probably say this isn't the case, but it seems to me that algorithmically the bad stuff is elevated.
Oh, I'll tell you exactly why. I read that shit, right? I'm a tech guy.
Yeah.
Right? So maybe they changed it, but I'm like, okay, because I was giving Elon some shit about it.
I saw that.
Yeah. And so, let me just look at, because they open source their algorithms to their credit. And the way it works, it's called a nearest tree or something like that algorithm, where if you are a big user on X, Twitter, then and you have a lot of followers and those followers engage with you, then all the shit, not only your shit gets elevated, but all the people you engage with get elevated. So when Elon interacts with some of these crazy fucked up people, their shit gets elevated, and the people that they talk to, their shit gets elevated. That's that tree thing, right?
I've noticed it. I've noticed it when I because sometimes
your For You page turns into a shit show.
It's a disaster, and I'm not going to claim innocence. I've certainly have watched some of these school fights or played into some of these conspiracy theories when I read them because, like you, and I've seen it from you, the frustration that exists inside of me for the past 10 years watching this continue to just snowball is massive. And I know that it has been with you.
And it's tough. Like it's like 3 years ago on Twitter, right? You could engage with somebody and it could be real, right? And there can be an in-depth conversation where people are like, okay, I'm learning something. I'm giving something and I'm getting something. That's a win-win. Now, oh my God, you say anything and it's just like, the fucking trolls come out at night, right? And it's awful.
What's the solution?
Elon has got to take himself out of the algorithm. And I posted that to him.
You think he as a player is that powerful? Him personally?
He has 160 million users and the algorithm's designed to amplify your biggest users and the people that they engage with. So if he just says, okay, extract myself from the algorithm, then, when he says excellent or interesting or whatever the shit he posts, right? Because he knows that shit's just, it backdoors everything that happens on Twitter.
And he can claim non-involvement because he's just writing, this is an interesting stat, but just by doing that,
it's promoted everywhere.
Wild.
And then the people that promote with that post, that promote with that, all that shit just amplifies and gets amplified. And so if he just said, because he still has 160 million followers, so if he posts, 160 million people have a chance to see it, but you just don't want that shit influencing what gets seen by everybody else.
What about a forced identification system where people
that would kill his business? He can't.
Really? I thought I saw something that people.
No, he wanted to charge $1, to make sure that
per year.
Not bots. No, that's bullshit, right?
I think if people have to actually be people, and the human that is behind the tweet is revealed because they have to submit their ID.
I agree with you because then they can't be. You
can't be anonymous
you can't be a pussy and just sit there and talk shit.
Yeah.
Because people know who you are, right? I agree that would help, but it would kill his business.
But there also is there's a fucked up point here in that there was a verification system that that he then
that wasn't perfect, but it worked.
It wasn't perfect, but it worked because at least when you saw that blue check, you had some semblance.
Especially if it was the name you knew, right? Because this is Logan, this is Mike, right? I know that they're real, right?
And now anybody can buy one, and it's and you can then claim to
and
be
it's
a verified
$8,
individual.
So if you just want to fuck with people for a month, right? You pay your $8, and then what happens is it moves you right to the top. So when you go look down in someone's mentions, you see all these people that paid their $8 that, and I'm gonna tell you something else, and I can't prove this, but I think that he's doing. I think he's taking old abandoned accounts that, accounts someone opened in 2015 and hasn't used since 2015 and turn them into bots to amplify the number of users on the system.
That he said he was fighting against.
Right.
Basically.
Well, but he controls them, right? So
they're his bots.
They're his bots.
Elon has an
army of bots.
I'm guessing, right? I don't know. I'm guessing.
I love this.
But when I went to the World Economic Forum. That's what we were talking about.
Oh, you went there?
Oh, yeah. You know what I did there?
You're a bad dude, bro. You're a bad dude.
Damn.